Good morning. How we doing? I should have everything up and running. Good. Alrighty. So, last stream, we got a whole bunch of things to show up. What is happening? There we go. Got my mouse back. Alright. We had enthusiasts all completed. We got all of this denoting that it's been done, and some logos show up, or depending on what level of reward you got. Then under privateers, we finally got all of the privateers set. I might want to set maybe a few more for privateers, but for now we're going to move on to pro licenses, which at the moment we have none. Welcome, Pigs, Felix Gale, and Henry. So, that is the task for today. I just realized that I have my task set wrong over here on the overlay. Career Pro level licenses. We might also at some point create little badges for these, so then people can see what thing they have. My brain isn't awake yet. Let's go with that. My brain no good. So I have actually got a list of races, or licenses that we could do for now. We can clean this up. Don't need any of this in here anymore. Stage 3 National, or I've changed this now to Pro license. Full hot lap without going off. Squeeze defending. Okay, this one is going to take AI, which... We might leave for now. That one's a deep one. So if we go into the F11 menu to look at our flow graphs, we might have to make a different level of license for this. So in here, we do have AI somewhere. Okay, well, maybe I was wrong. AI? Okay, so AI follow waypoint. AI follows waypoint, sets a vehicle to follow a list of waypoints. Okay. State inactive. I don't know how we'd set up a nav path, but I'm guessing it's some... Oh, actually, you know what? Waypoint. Waypoint. AI? Vehicle AI path plan debug. Script AI manager. Vehicle detail manager. So we can have a look at script AI manager. I don't think that's what we want. It might be a race path? I don't know. Any AI geniuses in here that do much with AI stuff? So this one specifically is going to take AI and also require like positional tracking. I can set up lure zones for this. Re-overtaking. This one should be fairly easy. We'll set the AI to do a certain path, and then just have it if you receive damage, then you lose. I don't know where you would have it, but maybe Toge would be cool. Yeah, that's going to be under like a hill climb category, which will be under no licenses and beginner licenses can all partake in those sorts of things, and you can enter as a pro level if you want to use something like slicks and stuff. Because that's the limitations we put on what each license can partake in. So, overtaking, parking on the apex. I think this one will be pretty good. So what you're doing for the parking on the apex is you'll go in deep, usually kinda long-ish, and then to prevent an under and over, you'll park it on the apex, go nice and slow around there, like make them think that they can do the under and over, but then go really slow, and then exit. This one is actually going to take AI logic, however. So it actually shouldn't be too hard. I can find out the dot product, which is the angle of the car that we're monitoring from, and my car. So if its dot product is close to 0, which means it is facing towards our car, and then if the distance is short, which is also fairly easy to figure out, then we can tell it to not drive forwards. Usually something that would be very heavy on calculations, but if we've only got one other car on the track and it's the only one doing it, it's not going to be that bad. Are you going to have my custom cars in the mod? All cars are going to be available in the mod. In this. It pulls from cars the same way that the game does. So I think I have my car in here. If we... Nope, okay, maybe I don't. Okay, I don't. Let's go the Elfin. I mean, the other ones would probably be there. But now we have Australia in here, and we have our Elfin. What prices did I put on these? $36,000? Yeah, I think that's okay. What about the... This one doesn't have a price. Oh, okay. The race doesn't have a price either. Ooh. Okay. No, you know what? I know why I did that. And I don't think that's a problem. We weren't going to have race or custom configs be purchasable from these places anyway. I'll have to go modify that if I want to add that in. What we can do is also have the other types of mods in. So if we go to the Sunburst, we can see that we have my Super Sun in here. So it works. I'm just thinking that these pro level licenses are going to be difficult. So how do I make an AI path? I have seen this before. Let's just fiddle around a little bit. So we're going to go to ETK. And I'm going to get a nice and easy car to drive. So let's go something like a Covet. Or Covet. Don't covet my covet. And... you know what? I think there's like a record a replay thing. So if we go back into here, can I close this? Close project. Oh, there we go. Record performance recorder. Don't know what that is. There was something like a... well, apparently that can't close now. Well. I have no idea what's happening. What is that and why doesn't it go away? Replay, record, oh, what would it be? There is a race path, but I don't think that's what we want. Script area manager. Maybe it's... where's the E menu? Here we go. Vehicle actions. No. None of those. Vehicle features? No. Helper systems? No. I think I started a replay. I think that's why that went closed. So let's close that off and we'll relaunch. Whilst we're relaunching, I'm gonna have a look for Beam NG. AI path tool. Drive path editor. There we go. Wait, what's this? That's not what I was thinking of at all. There used to be a thing where you would drive and it would just kind of record your driving. So, Drive Path Editor provides a workspace for building, previewing, and editing AI driving routes, create realistic vehicle behavior with configurable driving styles, speed limits, and path constraints, perfect for testing AI vehicles, creating traffic scenarios, oh, okay, and setting up realistic driving environments. Okay. So, maybe this is what we want. Add a new drive path spline. Well, no, how do I get the drive path editor first, please? Are we gonna do this on the ETK track? I don't think we are gonna do it on the driver training track, because if we have a look at the very first license to do, would be squeeze defending. What I'm imagining is at the end of a long straight, and we're kinda devoid of that. I think our secondary driving area might be at the automation test track. I think that's the place to do it in the secondary type of racing. I could do it at West Coast because West Coast has the most developed racetrack, and it kind of lends itself to that, but I can't really think of an easy way to do that squeezing maneuver. But on the automation test track, there's like multiple places where you can nice and cleanly squeeze without having to worry about like going in inverted G's and stuff. I am still not fully awake. I'm gonna turn graphics up. There's not much to go up, but I want it to be just a little bit higher. There we go. Nicer shadows and stuff. So we have turn 1 as an option. Then this is kind of the one that I was imagining when we get over there. We have this one, which I think would be perfect for like teaching squeezing as you move over to keep the car nice and tight, and then you go wide. However, it's a banked corner, so I don't think this is particularly helpful. And the reason why I like this one is because it really is kind of the perfect set of corners where they might be able to get nice and wide on you by making you go narrower in here. Like, I think that could work. It's just, yeah, it's a banked corner at the end of it, so it's not going to be the greatest. Now, I don't like this one because we have the basically single line through here. Otherwise, the one on the outside is going to have to give up first or go into the wall. And even if AI was easy to control, that's just a tricky one and doesn't do what we want. And then that basically precludes this one as well, because if it's single file through there, this one isn't going to work. But then we've got this one. You could probably have a setup on a different line here to then go around and do an under and over. Then down here, you could squeeze them nice and narrow, and then as they enter the braking zone, you flip out to the side here, and then you get to go around on the outside and the long side, and then... Is that right? What do you want them to do? Do you want them to go narrow or wide? You want them to go narrow, so then they have to brake sooner and harder. Yeah. Now, this is going to be tricky to do with AI, because AI is just going to try to drive through you. I might have to set up some extra lure stuff to make sure that they don't hit into your path. So then when you get to about here, you've gone around the outside, and then you have full leeway to do here, and then you straighten up and go this way. Whereas the AI is going to have to be going all the way around here on the outside, and that's kind of the more important corner, is the second part of that, and then you'll get the better run out of here. I think we're going to set this up, and what I want to do is have the AI be just behind, but taking a wider line. So I can start a car at speed here, and then have like an AI just behind about here, and then the person will try to take the line that they can around here. I can even cheat and give the car a little bit of a boost, like the AI car, so then we can at least get the scenario going, because if they somehow find a way to like fudge it, well, that's going to ruin everything. I could also theoretically just give the other car more power, and you're trying to defend it against a more powerful car. Maybe that's what it is. Defending against a more powerful car. We'll call it that. That way people won't feel cheated if the AI is going faster than they should be compared to you. I should be able to also set up like a camera tool, which once you hit play, it'll start with the cars way back there, and then the camera will like not AI path in, do just a camera path in, and then attach to the car, or like once it gets to a certain point, then it flips to the camera mode of choice for them. This one's gonna get a little bit... Actually, you know what? This one's gonna get very complicated. This is... Ooh, these licenses are a lot harder. But I think that going for overtaking stuff is very important for this level of license. And we teach now, in this particular one, racecraft. There's a lot to it. Holy shit, there's a lot to it. I wonder. I might start a new license thing, because these, like a flow graph thing, because the flow graph that we got barely works. Flow graph editor. Like this. Oh, this is such a torturous thing. I'm gonna create a new one. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to start by making that AI path thing. The name of this one is going to be Lick AI. This will give us a new ID for everything, hopefully, as well. This is a description for the new state. This is GT Career license tests that include AI. I wonder if I make entirely unique flow graph things, because I know that you can make flow graphs for individual instances. That might be the way to do this. Wish I could close this off. Why won't this close? Oh, I can turn that off? That's fine. Can I turn this one off? What's Task Manager? Ah, no. Nope, can't change that. Oh, this is for all things. Oh, flow graph preferences. You can save and export and whatnot your flow graph preferences. That's kind of cool. I wonder if there's one in here for like maintaining like a state of like this has flowed, because sometimes there's like a flow once but it'll happen so quickly that you don't really know what's happened or know that it has happened. Sorry. Repeat variable creation. Show obsolete nodes. Oh, interesting. Auto connect reset pins. Auto connect reset pins. Oh! Well, shit. I'm going to take a screenshot of that and send this to somebody on the BeamNG forums. We were just talking about this. I can't even remember where it would be. Okay. Wait, am I not logged in? Oh. That sucks. Oh! Why was this over on the other window? What's camera profiler? Well, there that goes. Okay, well that's a weird one. I'm gonna try logging in. Give me a minute. Oh, it's in my pocket. Oh. Okay. I am apparently logged in. I want to find... Oh. Bonneville sod flat? Oh, this is old. Yeah, this isn't mine. Am I even in here? I am. Good. Okay, let's go to my profile and we'll find things that I have done. Threads by me. Photograph suggestions. Okay, in here, we were talking about this. You know what, actually, I can do a better screenshot. Let's do... I love the screenshot tools that you can get in Linux. They are just so much better. I can do a box, no fill, stroke only, auto connect, reset pins. And then if I wanted to, I could do like arrows, and they have like the little pointer at the end as well. But we don't need that. I can also get like blur tools to like mosaic out things. But yeah, that's a... I know you'll probably be able to get that in Windows, but it's so much easier in Linux. So I'm gonna quote, he said, quick connect automatically connects that, hold on, there we go. And then I'm gonna quote, insert quote this, make this a reply to, can I tag him? I might do that. Occam's razor. No? Oh, wait, hold on. Occam's razor, perfect. I found this in the properties? Preferences. I don't know how to spell preferences. Preferences. Window. And immediately thought of you. I hope you enjoy. Post reply. Yeah, that's super helpful. Then I am going to actually turn that on. Auto connect reset pins. Does it say how it'll do it? Triggers every frame. Good. Automatically connects reset pins once nodes of the reset pins of once nodes to the enter state pin. Oh, it only does it on once nodes? Oh. Recent file count. That's fine. Node frequency. Triggers every frame. Oh. Custom Lua nodes. One custom Lua nodes. Race menu. Oh, that would be mine. Wait, I can delete from here? I don't want to do that. Autosave interval. Autosave interval. Oh, I can't turn autosave on or off. It's just an interval. That's interesting. And also kinda helpful. That's actually surprisingly a very, like, cool little feature to have. I love having that in things like DaVinci Resolve where it's really unstable. I find though that BeamNG isn't that unstable. But then again, there have been a few like really big crashes and bugs sort of things, and I feel that maybe that autosave actually saved my ass. Editor debug. Enables various advanced developer functions. Disable IDs. Displays the IDs of nodes and other elements. Duplicate ID check. Flat project. Welcome Mysterious. An official demonym? Is that like a Demizen? For New Zealand is Kiwi? Real funny? Yeah. I've never heard of demonym before, but it would make sense. Because NYM denotes normally a name of something, like pseudonym. But yeah, I don't know about where you're from, but here we don't call somebody a New Zealander. We either say they're from New Zealand or they're a Kiwi. Maybe people say New Zealander, but that doesn't seem right. Transient graphs editable. Yeah, it's got some cool things in here. I'm gonna try once. It didn't auto-connect. The one thing I asked it to do, auto-connect reset pins. And the thing that it says there is like, does it... no, hold on. There we go. Automatically connects reset pins of once nodes. I even got the only... the one named thing. Welcome. Cord, yeah, Cord. Welcome back, Cord. I want to set this up as a race. So what I'm going to want to do is go to like a scenario, simple race, and have a look at how they do it. Do they have anything to do with AI? I might take this as a template. Is it an intro screen? The file path node outputs race path data from the file. What? Here are all the states of logic process every step of the scenario. So we have setup, which goes to load level, which makes sense. But how do they know what level to load? So if we go to mine, which I've retconned, how do they load level? Where an intro, loading. Okay. It does not load a specific level by the looks of it. Looks like we're entering a vehicle. So, for this particular type of mission, like a normal one with templates, it looks like it is already loading the level for us, which probably comes from like a mission thing. Then it loads stuff? How does it... So, how does the mission load a flow graph? Maybe a mission loads a map and a flow graph. Maybe that's how it does it. You're live again? Yeah, it's going to be a fairly short one. Today is my day off. It's just, I made all of those shorts whilst editing, with the hopes of like having it run until like I start streaming next, and then I realize, oh shit, tomorrow's my day off. Now if I compare that to here, this has a load level, and I think what's happening is this mission doesn't have it like doesn't get loaded from a mission. How would I load this? This is simple race. Is simple race a thing that I can find in just the normal anything? Simple. Let's go in and include that. Gameplay selector. Simple. No. Back one level. No. Okay, that takes us back to here. Let's go scenario. This. There was a way to show like all races. Is this all races? I think this might be. Okay, let's go simple. It is included, so it doesn't look like simple shows up. For what you work? Yeah, I need to do things like clean my house, do laundry, do yard work, but I wake up. Sometimes I'll have breakfast, sit down and immediately set up for the stream and start streaming as early as possible. Then I stream until about 3 o'clock. Then I take the time to walk my dog, maybe have a little bit of lunch, then sit down to edit until about like 8 or 9 p.m. And then after that, I am pretty mentally fucked. And I don't have the time to actually do yard work, and I need daytime to do yard work. Does your boss know you are working? Don't tell him. Did you get the DC working? Can't you get your butler to do all of that for you? Oh, bro. I wish I could afford anything. I'll just show you a quick. YouTube's about the same amount. Where is... What am I looking at? Was that, what's the vanity page? What tab is this? Weird. Anyway, $148 a month. So, I'm not earning enough to pay myself. It doesn't look like this is gonna work. I understand that feeling, Philman. Wishing to afford everything, and that my Discord does seem to be working. Yeah, it's a... I live comfortably, and about once every couple of months, I can make a decent size expenditure. Welcome, Matt Fab. How's it going? But, if I had a proper income, level of income, I would fix this house. This house has so many problems. Like, at the moment, I've only done it because I needed to. I don't... Like, it's chipped away into my income. I was saving up because I'm buying a CPAP later today. Because fuck subscription services. And they're goddamn expensive. like, I have a corner veranda section just in front of my house, and I realized in the previous rain, because this house was built in, like, the early 70s, it was sagging so much that the water in the gutter wasn't draining, and the whole thing there. So I got, what's it called? It's like, Bunnings. Shoot. Formwork stand? Oh, it happened. No. Here we go. I got one of these. That is holding up in my front yard, a corner of my house at the moment. But I got the post that I need to replace it with. That's what my dad was doing here yesterday. He delivered that for me. It's only $100. But I needed to hold it up in the meantime because we're heading into the rainy season. I just now need to figure out how to, like, properly implement it without it looking ugly and without me spending lots of money. I may have to shave the original stand that's there to fit around there, because the one that was on there was meant for wood and the metal ones are just slightly a little bit thicker, and I don't want to buy a new foot. It doesn't suck so bad. Because, bro, I own my own house with a massive loan that I got when I had more money and stuff. I'm not in a bad situation. Well, the way you might describe it is I'm asset rich, cash poor is a kind of a common saying, except technically, even though I do live relatively comfortably, I have to buy savings brand of all my groceries and stuff like that, I am technically below the poverty line. But thank God I don't live in Sydney. Because if I lived in Sydney, I would be fucked. What did you do for this that allowed you to save up? Partly family money, and partly just lots of random jobs. I worked so many different jobs, but then jobs started to become really hard to get. Like, I was no longer getting responses. And I think... So there's a lot of talk about how companies are using AI to filter job applicants. And apparently they are inadvertently, not deliberately, filtering out people with things like autism. And then there's also, like, a lot of access to things. I have become more left-wing as time goes on. And they're probably seeing that and go, we don't want somebody that's concerned about things like workers' rights and whatnot. So, yeah. The reason why I've become so left-wing is not necessarily because I care about socialism or communism. It's just I realized that the minimum standard of living has been eroded since we actually lost our left-wing party here in Australia. And all I want is kind of like a balance between left and right. But we have two major parties that are both right-wing. One slightly right-wing, and one very right-wing. And that just kind of... like... the right-wing wants to deregulate all things, so like, make it easier for companies to flourish and grow, which is fine. I think that can be good. You do have to keep greedy people in check, and you don't do that by also deregulating things around workers. making it so then workers get paid less. And then things like the social welfare systems here in Australia, it's commonly referred to as Centrelink. You don't also then erode that as well. So then people are so afraid of not having a job that they can't refuse the shittest of jobs. And a lot of jobs are becoming really shit because they take the human equation out of it to implement things like KPIs or key performance indicators. It's a real shit stain of a way of doing it. And why I like the left in some sort of way is it makes it so then companies are really happy when you decide to work for them. Wouldn't that be nice if you went to a place and like, oh, thank you for working for us, this is really good. But then obviously you have to do your job or you get fired. But for some reason people think that, like that sit towards the right, think that like you would rather sit at home and do nothing and earn barely enough to exist? No. I want a proper job. I'm just not getting responses. If I had a proper job, I would still do this sort of stuff, YouTube, making mods and all that, but just a lot less, because I would not have the time to spend as much time on it. AI to filter job applicants sounds horrendous. Yes, but it gets around, technically, the anti-prejudice laws, which the government has in, which they also would like to deregulate as well. I can see what is my future with this AI filter. Government should be about making society better, not about protecting business profits. I want to be a little bit careful there. I do think that companies should have the ability to grow. What I think starts to change is when you start to have power over a large number of people. That is a decision you have made. And when you have power over people, then laws should start restricting your freedoms about restricting other people's freedoms. That's kind of where I sit. And it's kind of centrist, but because we're so right at the moment, it's forced me to be left to get us back to the center. I like a nice safety net. Could you imagine if you were like earning a lot of money and you didn't have to hoard your wealth, which is a bad thing to do, by the way, for the economy, because it takes like money out of people's pockets so then it can sit in a bank account. Awesome. So it does a thing called slowing the velocity of money or whatever it's called. Could you imagine not having to like hoard your wealth like a gremlin, being like, oh, make money, I must get more. Oh, but if I like influence the government to deregulate this thing, then I can make more money, I can make more money. It's like, you have enough money to live off of, and then your next 2 generations to live off of, but you're still like trying to like hoard more money and find like all the tax loopholes and all that sort of stuff. Could you imagine like not fearing being unemployed? Could you imagine it being okay if you had to start over? That's what the feedback loop of greed does. It makes you scared to lose it whilst also increasing your greed. Like, it's a bit... choices. And I also think that the government should, it would be difficult to do, to separate economic policy and social policy. So if you don't like foreigners, or you don't like the gays, of which I am bi, so I'm a part of that, so don't clip that out of context is what I'm saying. I think that is fine for you to have those opinions. But I don't think you should have to pick that just like to also get I don't think you should also have to pick a shitty economy to just get those things implemented. More of where I would probably sit is in like the pro-choice around abortion. I am pro-choice, but I also see the people's arguments and I understand their arguments, and I do think it comes down to what constitutes murder, and I feel that that's not something that any individual can pick. So then it comes down to basically how any other law works. It's a law because that's what most people think, or what would you call it? Most people agree upon. So a lot of people used to think that murder was okay if it was revenge, and then that started to change, and then people had to actually get together and say, no, as a society, we wholly don't think that even revenge killing is justified. Because obviously, the eye for an eye leads everybody blind situation. So, if our country decided to outlaw homosexuality as like a thing that's completely separate, which is the thing that would affect me, I think it's shitty, and I hate it. I don't like it. But I think that kind of comes down to, well, it's what everyone thinks. Now, if you take the economy away from these two things and have them actually voted on separately, then they're going to use, like, the people that really want right-wing economy stuff, because usually they're corrupted, they won't use fear-mongering, like, oh, trans people are ruining the military or whatever thing that they come up with. They won't use that as a fear tactic to get you to vote for them and then secretly do these things which ruin the economy for normal people. By normal people, I mean people that don't have multinational companies. America is one of the more deregulated countries in the world, and also has one of the shittiest healthcare systems. Some of the best, but weighted on average, most people would say that they don't like the American healthcare system. Now, are those two things related? I'll leave that up for you to decide. I'm unemployed at the moment, in a situation where I don't need to worry right now, but my situation won't last forever, so I need to plan what I'll do when the government changes what they give. Yeah. Or, don't change what they give, but whilst the economy keeps going up. Some people want to legislate morality. A lot of the times they're using that for fear-mongering. And I think if you take corruption out of the equation, and in this part, I mean economic corruption, they can still be morally corrupt. So they could still actually truly believe that foreigners are the problem. But, I can't remember where I was going with that. You get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. I think if you... Oh, that's right, yeah. If you remove their power to adjudicate both on economic policy and law and social policy and law, then they won't be able to use one to prop up the other. Film and improved BeamNG car tier list. What's yours? Actually, you know what? I might do that as a stream one day. And yes, I picked up that you're trying to tell me to move off of this topic. Long story short, I'm centrist, but I'm forced to be left-wing because it's the imbalance. So, how do they get our race file, or simple race. How do they do this? Hide loading screen. Block inputs. UI layout. Custom vehicle. So nothing in here is about the race. Now we have the intro. In the intro, file path. Oh, it is getting file stuff. The file path node outputs race path data from an input file string. This one calls a specific one. Okay, it has a very specific file route. Move vehicle to start position, move vehicle to... The file path node outputs race path data from input file string. This race path data includes start position. So vehicles get teleported to assigned start positions. The player vehicle gets freeze mode enabled and the AI vehicle stop. Oh, here we go. Vehicle ID. Get... Oh! This is with arrival. So the setup... Wait, which one is it? Setup or loading? Setup goes here. There we go. Setup. Gotta love the Ibishi brand. Phil, I have a good question since you're Australian. Why don't make a V8 supercar with BeamNG drive cars? This is a question, not an obligation. I have done it with automation bunch of times. The thing is the V8 supercars are much like GT3 in regards to their regulations. It's a set of rules, except there's like a lot of BOP and a lot of we'll set that regulation once we see your car sort of thing. Though I suppose I could do it, but V8 supercars is really dead to me because they don't do Australian cars. The only cars that I would do for V8 supercars would be... I could probably do like a... No, it was always a chassis and not a frame on chassis on frame. So I don't think I would do the Grand Marshal. Because before V8 supercars, it was just Australian touring cars, and it was cars like our V8 supercars, kinda, but also other cars. I could probably do it to the ETK series. ETKK series, I should say. Because there have been things like Mercedes and BMW V8 supercars. I could do it to the Bruckle Bastion. Yeah, they don't have a modern American two-door, do they? Wow, considering that so many things are American. More filters. More rum. Okay, here we go. United States. Yeah. Not as many American vehicles as I thought. Let's go all other countries. That's 2.5 lines. 2 and a bit lines. Okay, so no, America still does have by far and away the most. I like the Pessima's thing. It looks very much like a BTCC type car. I really like that car. And in fact, actually, you know what? That might be the one that we use for our thing as well. I like the idea of that. And then behind them, we could have like a... What would be the same era? What is this era? Late 90s to the 2000s. So, can we turn on a filter for year? Uh, 1990. Oh, no. 95 to... Okay, well. There we go. Let's go 2004. What do we got in here? The Legrand? Really? What year is the Legrand? Okay, so there is a bit of overlap. Is this all-wheel drive? It is front-wheel drive. I suppose we could have them compete. And I would just make this one more powerful. 229 and 490. 229. 490. It has a fuck ton more torque, but only a little bit more power. 1 ton. I've lost it. There it is. Versus 1,500 kilos. Okay. I might do a stripped down version of this, or like, we'll see how they compete. Gotta go, there's cake. Okay, well that's fine. I like playing around with the Wendover Fink application 10,000. Wendover Fink Appliances 10,000. It's stupid fast all-wheel drive for a 90s boat. Don't even know what that is. I don't know what a Mouillet alt means. Mouillet alt account. What they're saying is you said something that sounds like Mouillet. Any plans to do GT missions with the Elfin in the final stages of the licenses? I mean, I could do that. I could make like a mod add-on, but I don't want to add in mods myself. I have considered bundling these two things together. Oh, you said pigeon number 1? Sure. That's what you thought about. Oh. He insulted you for being American. I'll throw shade at America. But I feel that a lot of my animosity towards America is all around the news coverage of America. So I'm sorry if I get a little salty sometimes. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking that I'm going to do the test race to see what a test race looks like. And I may just set up individual test races. I also don't know how to activate this test race, so I'm just going to hit play. And, oh, what happened? I think we're frozen. Something is going on. Maybe? Oh, no, there we go. Whoa, that was a weird one. Okay. I think that was meant to be in the fade to black area. Okay. A race with your opponents and try to get ahead of them before the finish line. Alright. No path tool? Okay, maybe that was my mistake. Oh, hold on. I don't have... Okay, now I got my controller going. And are they meant to be faster than me? Can I just... Let's do a restart quick. Alright. Oh, okay. Now, we are faster than them, but I'm guessing they'll have a higher top speed. Went to turn right. Was that my doing? Sure. Alright, let's try that again. I'm gonna look back less. The speed! Did I sound like Rob? I tried to do the thing that you put in the chat there. Oh, what was that lag? Oh, this thing is shonky. Okay, you know what? I'm going to turn on, for this test, driver rates, because that's hard to control. Oversteer assist. Understeer assist. Slow steering at high speed. Okay. Now I should be able to drive this nasty-ass Covet. Yes, I am using HDMI, even though I should be using DisplayPort. It's just the HDMI, like extended cables, are a lot cheaper than DisplayPort, and I have my computer at the other end of the house for noise reasons. That was one of those expenditures I talked about. Okay, really? Yep, no, I'm definitely pulling to the side now. Great. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's no slipstreaming, is there? I am surprised at how, like, competitive these two cars are, being so incredibly different. Ugh. Okay, now... Brook TV has a Miata now. Oh my god, why does everybody have a Miata? Oh my god, the car was already too expensive for me to afford. And now they're just, like, way out of range. I should probably preface that, in Australia, the MX-5s have never been cheap, even used. Like, I think the cheapest I ever saw was like 9,000 Australian dollars. And it was not in a good way, it was like ruined. Okay, really? Thanks. Alright, we have to do predictive cornering, maybe a little bit for AI. They have to realize that if you're in the middle of a corner, you can't then start to slow down because it'll make you wash wide. But if you're going too fast, then you're going to run wide. Okay, I didn't do that. That was you. And success. Okay. First place, you're the champion of this race. Now, I understand how this works. It is a one-off condition. I could add a tag to this type of flow graph and still filter it easily to get the missions that I want. How would I get flow graph missions? Is that like a... Flow? No, not that. Flow? No. A, B, C, D, E. F is completely missing, so there's no flow graph missions in here. I suppose you'd have to save it as a scenario? Yeah, I don't think they're normally accessible. And if I save it as a scenario... Oh, that's what save as scenario does. It makes it a selectable thing. Whoops. Too many tools piled up. Where is... Oh, that is scenarios. Okay. Tricky. Grog getting in Manos because he always said front-wheel drive handles better in games. Well, in games, sure. And in real life, you can actually have really good handling front-wheel drive cars. Lamau, I did a Miata review in Beam recently. It was pretty impressive as it is. Sure. There is that one that's meant to be like a modern-ish, law-friendly car that is like one of the most popular mods in Beam and G. There's that. I can't remember what it's called though. He isn't getting another car in the Golf. I don't know what that means. I love the rhythm there. That's awesome. We're all tools here. One mod in Beam, not yours, because bias. To add to the base game, which would it be? Wait, it's the Hirochi HFC or something? I can't remember what it's called. No, what would I add to the game if not my mod? I don't actually look at other mods. I don't really know what's out there. There's a bunch of car mods, and some of them are really cool. Off the top of my head, my brain ain't working too well. Still sick today, but that means more Philman stream? Sure. Hirochi Outlaw? Yeah, the motorbike one is pretty cool. Maybe one of the aeroplanes, actually. I'd like to see... improved aerodynamics. And I think if they brought in airplanes, we might get that. They're doing it right now with volumetric clouds. They also did it with the rally. They also did it with the AI. Like, a lot of these started off as mods. I'm not sure if they brought the person who made it into their team, or if they replicated it. I'm assuming they would have asked for permission, because, like, you don't want to step on your modding community's toes. People don't like being copied, and I think if the devs did it, that would be kind of bad for them. There's a mod that adds moving pedestrians. Yeah, you know what? I actually kind of like that one. I don't think the devs will do it, though, because they want to stay away from the idea of even having pedestrians. Because when I submitted my, like, the meme one where I'm T-posing as for the snowman thing, they said that they don't want humans in the game, and I think that's to do with regulation. They said that it could be put elsewhere, it just can't be anything official in-game, and if it goes through the repository, technically that's in-game, and that would be a problem for them. It might actually be that one. Just make the world a lot more... a lot less empty is how I should word that, yeah. Bella helicopter for sure. Gawler Durham appears. I know there's the Fligion, or whatever it's called, I can't remember. It's like the flying pigeon mod. That one's fun. I'd like to see like a lot more back-end work. Like the ability to have more than one powertrain per vehicle, I think would be really, really good. You can kind of technically have it, but it starts to fall to shit. I'd like to see them rebuild that. I had a community map earlier this year in GTA 5 Online. Okay, Rockstar copied it as another job, so I didn't even get any of the plays. Really? Got credit though? Shoots and splatters if anybody played it? Sounds interesting. Did they ask you or did they just do it? The Fligion is broken now since I tried it. Well, think of like, if they copied your idea, I'm guessing they probably put their own spit shine on it. Think of that maybe as your plays, but yeah, I get it. Looking at that number would feel good. The Fligion is broken now since I tried it. Oh, okay. Ugh. Welcome, Mr. Grumblepants, by the way. I personally would go for the Vertex or the Segra. That I don't know these things. I don't look at other people's mods. I want to see. The problem is I am a very creative person, and I think one of the issues that I realized in myself is if I went to look at a lot of other people's mods, which I kind of did previously, it would keep giving me ideas and I would keep wanting to make them. But they would be like, reworks of somebody else's ideas. And that's kind of a shitty thing to do, to take somebody else's idea. Which is why I always used to say, and still do kind of say, is when I'm doing like a prototype mod, what I'm doing is showing, hey, these are things that can be done, and not actually just making the mod and saying, hey, this is mine, nobody else can do it now. And that's why I was okay with leaving a lot of my mods shitty. The question is, do I make a whole bunch of flow graph things? I wonder. Can we get a list of flow graph missions? That would be the trick. This is called Simple Race. Let's go into here. I'm going to search for this, and that will give us what we want. Have I searched for too long of a string? There we go. Ah, okay. Yep, they had special formatting in there. So this is how... Oh, this is how you do things. That's right. A backslash means a thing becomes literal, but a literal backslash on an N would just be an N. But if I put a literal... because the backslash makes a thing literal, then that becomes not an N, but actually the code for it. So backslash N makes backslash N. That's only going to be something that makes sense to me and other people that do this type of thing, but that's... Okay, now I know how to get multi-line text. Mission types, simple lap config scenario. Where's this? Ah, okay. Well, that's not quite what we want. You are... This one. Where are you? Wait, you're both in here? Wait, is it... It's not the same file. Mission types, simple lap config. Flow graph. Oh, it is a flow graph. Oh. The flow graph is a type? Type. Take me to the first type. Events on update. No, okay, that's no good. Type graph. What is that in? That is in 65. You know what? There's a beast behind me. I think I might... This has a constructor and an editor, though. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, because we're looking at the flow graph. Does it need a constructor? Wait, what's in the constructor, then? I suppose I'll also have a look at... There is a flow graph editor tower flow. What are these? Like, whenever I go to save a flow graph, it always wants to save into this directory. I just don't know what this is. Tower right? Name tower? I'm gonna have a look. What is tower? Oh, okay. Okay, we have not quite the same thing. New graph state. Tower node. Description for graph states. This is a flow pin. This is America. I don't know what this is. Whoa. Prefab stuff. Okay. What? I don't even know what this is meant to be. Position. Annotation. Obstacle. Rotational matrix. Shape. Name. SMG. Ramp. Park. Curve. Exit. Grids. Cube. Park. Curve. Grid cubes. Crawl big A. These are all prefabs. So there's tower flow and then a whole bunch of prefabs. Wait. There's only one tower flow and a bunch of prefabs. What is happening? Oh, sorry. Pets are good for mental and physical health? Yeah. And she is very sweet and adorable. She just gets a little too... separation anxiety. I'm gonna have a look. Is tower node... No, it's not a thing here. I'm gonna try opening that tower node. Load project. Flow graph. There's custom nodes in here. Tower node. Basic template for new node. Oh. There was a template. What? Flow graph editor. Why can't I open tower.flow? Oh, I see. We have tower in there, but there was also autosaves? Okay, that's just probably something else. What is an autosaves? Lots of things. Okay. Keep that in mind. I'm guessing that's something like Git, maybe? I don't know. Sure, what a interesting flow graph we got going on here. What's inside the tower? Nothing. Basic template for a new node, huh? Sure. What the hell are all these prefabs then? I don't get it. Is there anything under like gameplay missions? Mission types? Tower? No. Weird. I don't get it. Okay. I wonder, maybe what I have to do is go mission type flow graph and see if we get a return on that. Oh, but it's not a mission. It's just a flow graph. Dump gameplay missions, mission manager, solve... Nope. Get mission by ID. Flow graph. And, okay, there are things in here. Mission type flow graph. That's probably a really big dump, though. Let's go... flow graph 1.id. So there's a flow graph for the dam. Missions, automation test track. Flow graph. This one has a flow graph in it. Interesting. And a constructor. But like the AI races and collection don't? Okay. This is getting deeper and trickier. How the is there documentation? How does this work? I don't get it. Well, that mission that we looked at was on West Coast for like the sample one. Let's have a look there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, okay. So that simple flow graph, which we have in here, simple lapse, isn't a flow graph mission. Creates additional JSON files so this project can be loaded as a scenario. Okay. And then just save and save as different things. And let's go... save as scenario. Not here. Gameplay... missions. probably lick test. What was the name that I was making? It's under new project. Lick AI. Okay, there we go. Simple Labs. Mission, let's go. New folder. Lick AI. Create. And file name. Oof. Let's go. This is also going to be its AI ID. So 001 test 1. Create. Then file name is going to be for the flow graph. Lick AI 001. Wait, how do they do the nomenclature? So like AI race 001-circuit info.json. Wait, no, that's not what we want. We're creating a flow graph. This doesn't even have flow graph in West Coast. Okay, what about Utah? They do not. Small Island does not. Not. Okay, Italy has some. Pizza. And their flow is flowgraph.flow. Okay, we'll call it flowgraph as well to match their nomenclature. Flowgraph. And save. Now, if we look up simple race, doesn't work. What if I control L quickly? This is documentation specifically on this stuff. Like it's just kind of fragmented at the moment. Simple. Turn on included. Yeah, it's not showing up. So it's not findable as a scenario. Let's have a look at the files. They made the files, right? Here we go. Current gameplay, missions, lick AI, AI test. Okay, we actually got two files. We got a flow graph flow and a flow graph. Weird. Okay. That's just like the info one. Sure, that works. Actually, hold on. What was that? What did it say? Flow graph. Description. Name is Simple Lapse. Name is Simple Lapse. So that should be in. I'm gonna restart the game, see if that fixes the issue. Casually has a covert wrapped around a street furniture. Yeah. Okay, after a short little restart, if we go into gameplay selector, no such luck. What if we go on excluded? No. I saved it as a scenario. I know I did. Flock of pigeons. Name? No, this is the whole flow graph. Yeah, this isn't going to have the name on it, is it? Simple Lapse. Okay. It seems you can't just save a thing as a scenario because it doesn't come up as a scenario. Should be Simple Lapse. I did see somebody had made a video on this stuff. Hopefully they don't mind. I'm just gonna take a quick squiz. YouTube. DimmG. Okay. Flow graph. And flow graph tutorial. Do they go into... They do have chapters, good. I bring up the chapters. No, okay. Oh, here we go. That's what I want. About states, about nodes, exit states, saving your project. Introduction state, ground matter, falling, blah, blah, blah. Mission end screen, retry mission, custom nodes and lure nodes. Exit state and saving. So transition. Okay, there you go. Well, that's now, a transition.
S doesn't work for me because I haven't saved this one, so I'm gonna go File.
Oh.
Save. Just say save, I guess.
Is he?
Oh, no, I have to save as because I don't have one. Save as. Oh, very annoying. You see the file dialog? It likes to hide. Oops. The file dialog likes to hide. It likes to hide behind
the, but... So where does he save? Well, we're on gameplay mission, so we're doing it as like a scenario location.
And where do you want to save it? So traditionally, I copy what the DimmG devs do, is I save it in gameplay, missions, and then find the map I'm on. I'm on Small Island.
Okay.
Small Island doesn't have any flow graph missions by default, so I'm going to add my own. So I'm going to say add a folder. You don't have to do this. I think you can technically store anywhere you want as long as it's inside DimmG flow graph.
Yeah, the thing is I don't see it still. You know, this is the same sort of thing that I did. Did I maybe name it wrong? Flowgraph.flow. There's like project settings, simple lapse, yeah. Gameplay missions, lick AI. Oh, yeah, I did do that, didn't I? So maybe it needs to be in a flow graph thing. Let's try saving it in a different directory. I think it's having a problem with the directory it was saved to. So, I don't want to put it in Flowgraph Editor. Go. Gameplay. Missions. And I don't want to put it in a thing, but I might have to. So we got West Coast USA. Then flow graph. Then I'm going to give this one a unique name. This is Simple Lapse, which matches that name. In fact, I might even capitalize. Save. Then if I Control L, F5. Then look for simple, okay, turn on excluded content. Nope, still didn't show up. So I think it has to be in another root, another directory underneath. Let's check.
I don't know if it would cause issues on the mod repo later. I don't know. File name. I'm going to call this tutorial. Save.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, now it's saved. I know it's saved because there's no little white bumps there. If I move this at all, there, you see that little white bump?
Well, how do you get into it?
That means, oh, this isn't saved. If I press Control S, it goes away. Do save. You do get issues. But BeamNG, it does actually have an auto-save feature. So you go to File. You can say Restore. To the case. There we go.
He plays it from there. That's a problem. I want to see him select it.
And then, okay, anything right now, I just see, and then
yeah, no, he goes to play from up there again. Bugger. I think that's the same thing. Mission end screen, wait and switch, retry mission state. Flowgraph, BeamNG drive, how I made my scenario, laser and moonhawks. Flowgraph tutorial for BeamNG drive advanced. I'm gonna just have a look at the auxiliary content. What do we got in here? Okay, there's a bunch of things that are separate. Here we go. High grip try. Okay, these are all mine. Is there like a type filter that we can use? Group by system, type, level, non-grouping. Yeah, let's go by type. It's a bunch of rally. Well, let's have a look under... It'd be like lick, right? So D, E, F, G, up to P, L, K. Oh, okay, it doesn't separate my type then. Which is lick test. Although I suppose I also put it down as like simple race. Oh. No, apparently mine are under training still. PQRS. Is there a simple race? Time trial. T. PQR scenario. Fuck. Ox content missions base game career only? No. It's everything, including developer things, which is what I have it set at the moment. The BeamNG version of Dark Viper AU? The only thing I think that we have in common is I have facial hair and I'm from Australia. We're both kind of opinionated, but he's a hell of a lot more opinionated than me. Like, even though he's calm, you can tell he gets angry about his opinions, or like a boiling under the surface type of person. If I can't get these missions, then I can't use a saved flow graph as a mission type. Let's do a get mission by ID. Wait, what would that be? That would be, get mission. By ID. Okay, yep. It is uppercase, lowercase. Then I'm gonna input the mission ID that we made. No, it's not a mission, is it? Yeah, that's my problem. Fuck. How do you then get to a flow graph? But you make it selectable as a scenario. That was a thing that I saved as. It's there. I just can't select it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can get a flow graph through Lua. I think the only way I know how to get it is by a mission. Wait, hold on. What if we go G extensions flow graph? Is there like a play flow graph function that I can call? Base module. Find in folder. Launch. Rally. No. Nah. We just gotta look in here for load. There's a manager. Extensions manager. Self-unload. Set current editor, FG editor. If not found, load from file. Create macro instance from path. No. That's a macro file. Damn it, I was really hoping that this manager file would do the loading. Is there public? No, there is no module in here. Yeah, no. Camera mode, file module. What? Do they have a description at the top here? How do I launch? Fuck. I think this only works Wait, hold on. No, that is... Yeah, no. Nothing. Only works from the UI. Mission replay mode. Prefab module. Mission? No, prefab module. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I suppose. Let's put this in here. Capitals. Okay, how many... Okay, not many are actual modules. Planet? Number slider. Environmental planet. No. Base module. Create base. Use. Oh. I didn't know you could line up your functions like this. Interesting. But it looks like this brings in MGR, and I don't have MGR, so that's not where we're going. I'm going to ask on the Discord. BeamNG. This is going to have to be under general. If you save a flow graph, not for a mission, but as a thing like a the scenario, how would you then launch it? Or how would you find all of the available flow graphs in Lua? Okay. I'm also going to Google. I realized I probably should have done that first. BeamNG launch flow graph mission. Docs flow graph missions. What's this? Friendly reminder to yes, thank you very much. Please subscribe. All that sort of stuff. Using predefined mission templates is to create a new mission from Flowgraph. Using predefined mission templates is to create a new. Flowgraph is a dynamic node-based scripting. Allows to the creation of a more complex mission using systems of elements linked together. Before creating a Flowgraph mission, you should check out the introductions page, particularly elements in Flow. To create a mission, you simply select Flowgraph mission type, then create new and open Flowgraph project, any of the available templates. New and open Flowgraph project. New and open Flowgraph project. Any of the available templates. There are 3 from the template. Empty project. A template with nothing in it. To create Set a flow graph mission. Oh! Simply select flow graph as the mission type. Oh! I see it now. I did see in here. Mission editor. There is like a type for flow graph. Flow. Yeah, okay. And they're devoid of mission type data. Okay. Editor. The editor is empty. Okay. Switch in. Okay, that's fine. So all this would do is take these details. Unfortunately, I would want something with a type data. So... Oh, flow graph file. Okay, so this is looking for a flow graph file. Do we have that in here? It does. Okay. Gameplay, missions, mission, editor, helper. Okay. Sure. Flow graph file. Flow JSON. Add fixed file. Flow graph file. Oh, it's looking in its own directory. Okay, yeah, this is a... Sure, I don't know. It's looking for anything called flow.json. Okay, so... So... How do I connect this together? I could just make the simple lapse mission. That's not what we're doing. What I specifically want to do is have my own menu system, and I suppose flow graph would be the thing that has the menu system in it. Let's have a look at how flow graph works then. Load project, not you, gameplay, mission types, flow graph, and bare blends template, and simple scenario template flow. Doesn't have a name. Simple scenario. No, okay. So, how do I know when it's doing the flow graph from here, which flow graph it's using? I don't get it. Now time for me to play wondrous game of did Xbox Game Bar record the correct tab? You use Xbox Game Bar to record things? I thought everybody just used... Ah! Damn it, OBS. I cut my hand last night, really sensitive. But it's got two. How does it know which one to call upon? This one very specifically calls upon simple. So, do we have a reference to bare bones in here? Bare? No. Why is there two? It doesn't make sense. Description, project description. Nice. Project, okay, thanks. Let's just have a look. I want to have a look at bare bones first. Intro, gameplay, outro. So, intro. Missions are started from fade to black. We need to unfade. Okay. That's all fine. Outro. That's all fine. How do they know what map to load into? Now let's go to the simple scenario. Is this the test one that we were having a look at earlier? I think it is. No, it's not. That's simple laps I was looking at. No, scenario, simple race. And this is simple scenario. So how does it know what map to load? I don't use OBS for recording because it doesn't really have much of that Xbox Game Bar. Because it doesn't really have much that Xbox Game Bar doesn't. I might use it for streaming though, if I ever do that. I suppose it's just with OBS you have more control and it is likely to be a better file. Are these just templates? Like, is this not something that we actually need to use? This restricts the player inputs? Yeah, I think this is a template. Simple flow, simple level setup, editor basics, intermediate variables, UI basics, environmental basics, state group, nodes, ground markers, example. Okay. Maybe I will do it this way. I can grab flow graphs and then I can filter flow graphs. The thing is I had... minutes. Also, my dad doesn't fully trust it, and I use his computer, so he makes those decisions. We decided to stick with Xbox Game Bar because we don't want too much excess unwanted software on the PC. Then get rid of Xbox Game Bar and have OBS. The one not to trust is Xbox Game Bar. I get it. If you don't know, you go with a trusted name brand. Unfortunately, it's inverse for that. Yeah, there's very little in here. The way that I filter missions at the moment for the ones that I want to specifically display, so like the career level, is on career page. We do a fetch of like get mission by type. If I then go flow graph, it's going to show all of the other missions, and I'm not going to be able to get all of the data in that I normally would want. However, I can work around that and go, if the license level matches like a pro, which is basically all going to be AI level licenses, then I can just do a slightly different one and instead search for different parameters to filter. I think I was most scared of it being open source. I won't do any of the research for you, but you may want to look into, so then you can have an educated discussion on it, a concept of security through obscurity is no security at all. Then there's also the fact that Microsoft is definitely collecting all of that data, and they're just the ones selling it. Or selling you, realistically. And working out how to make you more addicted to things that you do. I think that's... Yeah, I think we'll use the flow graph missions for the AI ones. Or instead of learning a whole new system, I could just... No. Okay, I got my plan, but I'm ending the stream early today. The plan is, I'm gonna make flow graph missions for the new thing, and it's going to be based on the thing like the simple race scenario that's down here. And we're going to mess with the AI a lot, and we're going to make our own races. I think that's the plan. Make sense? We good? Okay. I did say it was going to be a short one. It's written in the description that it's a short one, so sorry if you were expecting another regular length one. But I have things I need to do, and soon I have to go out and spend... Fuck, it's $1,600 to buy this CPAP machine. But literally after a year and a quarter, it's gonna have paid itself off because, like, the rental prices, I could go a cheaper system. You know what? I might ask them if I get a cheaper one. Because now I'm just remembering. The one we're looking at is kind of like the new standard, and it has been for a couple of years. If you find that you wake up in the middle of the night... If you find that you're a light sleeper, you probably have CPAP. And if you do like the jolt awakes, like when you're trying to go to sleep, that's also sleep apnea. I started to have that in my late teens. And there are cheap CPAP machines. But I like the auto ones, so I'm not so cheap. Like this. This one, it's for a CPAP, it's cheap. It's like $300-400. I hate these websites. They're like weird aggregate websites. This is the one that I'm going to be going for, and it's fucking expensive. Maybe I won't get it and I'll just save an arm and a leg. That doesn't look good. That actually looks really shit. Website again. Oh, this is Google APIs. Oh, weird. Cheap CPAP machines, plural. I sleep heavy, but I jolt a lot, and it takes me a while to fall to sleep. Yeah, you might have sleep apnea. CPAP discount. Wait, you can have just .au without the .com? Huh. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's not what I would call cheap. And why does it look like Bunnings? Like the UI looks like Bunnings. Are they like a Bunnings competitor? This website really goes bad with this. CPAP bundles. Machine bundles. Price low to high. $900. Okay, well... machines comparison. They're probably just going to do their own thing. Product review. Best CPAP equipment. Okay, this is just a product review website. This is... This is just a shop. And that's just overall reviews. No. Then I don't want reviews. No, comparison. I wrote comparison. Oh, fuck. Anyway. Search engines suck these days. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Thank you everybody for being here. Pidgeous, Mysterious Unknown. Who else we got in here? TCR, thank you for being here for a little bit. Be Real, thanks for being here, bro. Fiddlesticks. I had a set of Fiddlesticks as a kid. No, that was Pickup Sticks. My grandma said Fiddlesticks. Also, I think she would sometimes say Fiddlesticks, Pickup Sticks, because she was like very much against swearing. Matt Fab, thanks for being here. Mr. Grumblepants, thanks for being here again. And Pidgeist, lots of Pidgeist. Cord is here again. But yeah, thank you to everybody that's been here. Thank you to Patreon members. Thank you to channel members. And a special thank you to my top tier channel member, DJM. Everybody else, though, should have been here. Well, Mysterious Unknown YouTube, now you also get to see the end of the outro.